Welcome to Squatch-D where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to Squatch-D for today's date, May 30th, 2025. I'm your host, your guide, the Squatch Detective Steve Kulls, along with my co-host right down there, Mr. Chris Bennett. What's up, Chris? What's going on?
Steve, happy birthday, Robbie Bennett, my firstborn son.
Oh, geez.
Today is Robbie's birthday. And
very cool. Well, happy birthday to Robbie.
And everything's going well here, man. I hope everything's going okay for you in New York. Steven, yes, okay. Personalized Coca-Cola there. At first, after Wednesday, I thought we was going to be doing a show on eye safety and
Jesus,
eyewear protection and things like that.
Yeah, I apologize, folks, for not having a show on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, I actually got jabbed in the eye, my right eye. Puncturing the sclera, which is the white part of the eye. And, all right, it hurt for a second or two. Okay, I'm fine. But then every time the eye would water and lubricate itself, the salt from the teardrop would get in that wound and it would burn my eye. Incredibly painful. I'd have to go and rinse it with some saline. And that would go on every couple of hours, basically. Yeah, that was that Tuesday? That was Tuesday that had happened to me, and Wednesday I did not get to bed till Wednesday morning until 4:15 a.m.
Yeah,
and it was still acting up a little bit throughout Wednesday.
Be careful with the eyeballs.
It felt like I had a big rock in my eye, and then Thursday it felt a little bit better, and today it's back to normal again.
Yes, very serious. Protect those eyeballs.
And it was just a freak accident.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it happens.
Because it was a corner of a bag that just went whipping around and went
right,
and it caught me right at the right angle, and bang! It was like a paper cut on the eye.
God.
Yeah. Oh, horrible.
But you still got your eyeball, so that's good.
Yeah. Luckily, it didn't affect it affected my vision. The fact that my eye kept tearing up, so I was constantly like, Right. And then it took a while to figure out how to wipe the tears out without getting it into the wound.
Right.
So, but I'm all better now. All good. All good.
Good.
In fact, so damn good that tonight we're going to give a whodunit to our audience tonight.
Oh.
So we're going to let them look at this video, and we're going to build it up in a minute, and we're going to let them talk it out a bit and see if they came to the same conclusion that the Squatch Detective did this morning. And I just threw that on Chris today, and Chris was like, what?
Bigfoot cloaked video. Okay.
The Bigfoot cloaked.
Well, if it's cloaked, how do we know it's a Bigfoot? I mean, could it be the predator?
Yes,
predator creature.
It's the predator.
Because if it's cloaked, you can't really see it. You can't identify it. So how do we know?
I agree. So
we may have evidence for Santa Claus here.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Now that, eBay has banished me to the nether, now Facebook's claiming, I'm a spammer for sharing my shows to Facebook groups I've been sharing with for the last 5 years.
Yeah, okay.
So now I'm kind of in a hang-up with them.
Well, you know what that is. I mean, somebody has got a vendetta, a personal vendetta against you, and they're probably reporting every post or any transaction. They're reporting you constantly to these people, and that's why they're putting you on the
Right.
we better watch him list.
And I'm having it in particular with two particular groups. So I will definitely no grass, nope.
But these things happen, and there are people out there with nefarious agendas. And
Hey, and you know what? I just thought of something. So we saw we see the backdrop of the thumbnail is the backyard of
Right.
where this is supposed to be happening.
Mhm.
But didn't we just get a look at their front yard too from another angle?
Mhm.
It looks nothing like the backyard, does it?
No, not at all. In fact, it looks like a rather very urban area. And then when you look at this, it looks like, hey man, we're out in the woods. We're
It almost looks like
mountains.
almost looks like it's a stage, almost like it's a
These could be lake homes, in that neighborhood, and where the front yard is normal.
Nah, it looks like to me like this could actually be like the perfect backdrop. I don't know. I don't know. But we will let the audience
It's interesting. Yeah,
fight it out.
Yeah, we've got a great audience, and they'll be able to see through this.
Let's hope
Guaranteed.
they find out what the good old Squatch Detective finds.
Yeah.
But let's do our roll call.
Yes. Let me scroll up here. Wow, we got according to this, we got about 27 people in the house. Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh, we got more than 27 in the house.
Wow.
We got a bunch of lurkers too.
Okay, yeah, that's true. 27 people that have actively chatted.
So,
we
first
appreciate
in
you,
tonight.
lurkers. Yeah.
First in tonight is Grant Russia, followed by Karen Fisher. Hello, guys. Sharon, what's up? Sharon's going to catch us on the
Sharon.
flip. Sandra Piper, what's going on?
Sandra.
Mike Stetton in the house as well. Mike, good to see you. Michael Williams, who says, finally catch a live one, sweet. Good to have you on live
Welcome.
there, Michael.
Good to see you.
And Danny Weeks, there's no such thing.
Hey, Danny.
Professor Kevin Harder in the house. Good to see you, Professor. Who else we got? Grasshopper, of course. Angel Nolan. Buttworm is in the house. Jay Charlotte. Hello. Who else we got? We got John Swan in the house. John, good to see you. Gary Johnson Sr. in the thing. OT, what's up, OT?
OT.
And I think we got most of them. They're over here. Michelle Wilfong in the house. Michelle, good to see you again.
Welcome.
All right.
I'm
The
scrolling.
Shizzle for life in there. Hey, y'all. Hey, the Shizzle. Jen is in the house as well.
That's a good one. Welcome.
Yep.
Hey, Jen.
Shizzle my nizzle. Curious Cryptid. Hey, Steve, what's going
Steve.
on?
Oh, hey.
Roker Gupta. Hello. And, of course,
Roker.
Jen, and let's not forget Baron as well. So, boy, we got a few new ones in the house. Good to see you guys.
And I'll bet Roy Longley's in there somewhere lurking. And
Representing the lurkers, lurking,
Yes.
doing his thing.
we appreciate you, Roy, and all the lurkers. That's fine. I do it too.
Lori Gibbs and is in as
Hey,
well.
Lori. Good.
So, well, this should be very interesting. So, how do I lead this up?
Well, first of all, I think we need to share the FBI notice.
Well, we're not showing the video yet.
Okay. All right.
We got to set the video up here first.
All right.
You know, it'd be kind of drive by. You know,
So this
Why?
show starts, yeah.
as soon as the show starts, oh, he's lurking on TV. Thank you, Pat.
Pat.
Pat making the friggin' grand entrance, of course.
Yes, we appreciate you, Pat. And I watch shows on TV too, and that's handy. And I'm not signed in on mine either when I'm watching upstairs.
So anyway, so how do I start this? So there was a post by Colorado Bigfoot on Facebook posting up this video. Now, this is not to put any kind of judgment on what they believe or what they don't believe or anything like that, but, you know, they're making this claim that this came from a a security cam looking at somebody's backyard, shot in 4K, that shows what they believe to be a cloaked Bigfoot. And they're going to say, look at the energy disturbance in the lower right corner of the screen before the cloaked Bigfoot appears.
Ooh.
And, yeah. So...
a disturbance in the force.
Right. So, here's a little game we're going to play. That's the lead up to it. That's all I know. Right? That's all that the information was given, except a lot of commentary on, oh my God, and such and such. But the actual facts surrounding this, the exact location, well, we have a little bit more to go on. So I'm going to first make sure that everybody knows that, we're, and in this particular case, we're using fair use. So, this is being used under fair use in case somebody wants to decide to throw a copyright at us there. Now, let us go to roll this wonderful bean footage. They have a nicely mowed yard, by the way.
Very nice.
Very nice. Here we go. Okay, there you have it, folks. Now, in all seriousness, in all seriousness, let's take a look at it one more time. Let's be serious about this because we presented this problem. Let's figure it out.
The disturbance in the force appears. Lower right corner. Huh? Well, what's the Bigfoot carrying there? Has he got a flashlight or what was it?
I have no clue.
He's got something in his hand. Maybe a Nike shoe. I don't know. Yeah.
One more time. Oh, but wait till you see the solution to the puzzle. You're going to like it. Now, mind you that I do not believe that, this was submitted to Colorado Bigfoot. So we cannot blame him if some of us deem this a hoax or the possibility of a hoax. We obviously have no concrete evidence that this is a hoax otherwise, but we do have a solution that will answer the question, is this real or not? So what do you guys think? What do you think's going on here? Any ideas?
It's amazing. I don't know, Steve. I might be a believer now. I'm going to go full woo, and I'm just going to jump right on the woo woo Bigfoot train and just say, wow, I'm convinced. But that would be lying, so I'm not going to do that. What do you guys think this is?
Well, OT says, and that's a very interesting possibility, that they were wearing green blue and this is a green screen. Now, funny, my idea that I have discovered That could be what's going on. But the problem is, that means this would have to have a Metachrome. That means this film would have to have, and it's possible it could have, because then again, this is posted on Facebook. Nobody has seen the actual raw video.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody could have posted, did what I believe happened on a green screen, and then put it into an editor and added the chroma key, which takes the green screen out. Very possible. Verax agrees with the green screen, but there's one even better. Oh boy, you're gonna love this. But okay, so we got a couple for the green screen. Anybody have any other ideas?
Well, OT says,
because right now I've given you all the information that I had this morning.
Yeah.
With the exception of one other thing. Maybe this will help you, maybe this won't. This is a picture of their outdoor camera. And I guess, you know what, in looking at the background of the trees, it very well could be.
Trees back there, yeah.
Could very well be, okay.
I'm just wondering if this may be a lake home community, and behind the houses, or is the lake?
So that is allegedly their camera in their front, looking over their driveway.
Yeah. Well, OT says we need to have the original file, and that would be true to have the best investigation. But we can look at what's provided.
Right. Yeah. We will, and don't forget, if somebody is intentionally trying to pull somebody's leg, they're not going to ever give up that original file, because the metadata set will tell all.
Yeah. But there are other avenues. You can go without the original video that are just as telling as if you had the original video. We won't go into those right now.
Oh, that's actually the one of the still shots. I'll put another one of the still shots up there.
Well, does anybody notice a shadow on the ground? And I do realize, okay, this thing is supposed to be kind of cloaked. All right, so the light would pass through it, but it's not passing through it 100%. We can actually see an outline there, right? We can see shape, so we're not looking at a 100% translucent shape there. So partially, that's going to be blocking some of the background or foreground light, and that would indicate would lead to a shadow on the ground somewhere.
Henry Bay FR says left side. You're getting closer. I'm surprised nobody has done what I did yet.
Oh, yeah. OT says metadata can be forged, but you need a device. And we look at it is if it is possible to take this video. There's a bit to multimedia, although not my forte. I don't know if you could forge metadata.
Robert Nanduvin, you're way cold.
It seemed to be a shadow on the
way
tree
cold
below the table. No, he's pointing out, but the tree there that's got the table, it has a shadow. It is casting a shadow. That is correct.
Or it could be a band of some sort that's placed around the tree to keep like moss off it or infection or bugs off it. Yeah.
Well, the table itself is casting a shadow, but the subject that we're showing moving around in there is not that I've seen on this film anyway, or the video. So we've got a problem there. We have a missing shadow, and there's something there moving that we can see. So since we can see it, that means it's not 100% translucent.
Oh, Boris Kahn, mirror reflection from that projector light.
Huh. How about that?
Ooh, are we getting closer?
I think so.
Well, that I'm not sure if they have a projector up. Sort of. And I will when we're going to give this another 5 minutes for people to figure out. That'll get us to like 9:25 or so, and then I'm going to spill the beans. I'm surprised none of you have done this yet.
Well, what would we say? Some hints. They can look at the light source in the middle there by that tree, that large that looks like an outdoor light or heater or whatever.
Oh, look, my phone went off again. It's Pat chiming in with his idea. Here, I'll put it up on the screen. Bug crossing up over backlight. No, don't think so. But
That's not a bug. No.
Nope, not a bug.
I'll give it that. You know, I've seen some weird looking things on my Ring cam that end up being bugs. And there was a few times where I had a weak Wi-Fi signal.
Well, I agree 1,000% like that with you that it would look kind of distorted had it actually been cloaking.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Cloaking doesn't. The shizzle went on to say cloaking doesn't mean translucent. Agreed 1,000%.
Oh, Mick says, you can edit metadata.
And you can, but it's
Very
difficult. Cool. You can, but it's difficult. The shizzle says, "What's that dewdrop on the left side of the corner of the camera?"
Aha.
It's not velvet.
We're getting close.
God damn it! Try the soup.
Give me the spoon. There's no spoon. Yes, there's no spoon. Aha.
Will you just taste the soup?
Uh-oh, Walter. Uh-oh.
We're getting close. We're getting close. But why is there a reflection?
Oh, Verax. God help me. Lord. Verax says it's a green screen outside placed behind the light source and big trees.
Is that velvet?
I don't know, but we have the light source has something to do with it, and there's more than one light source in the frame. If you'll see,
absolutely.
This. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll give everybody one more minute to toggle in with their final answer. Well, I'm glad nobody said.
I'm liking where the answers are going.
I am. Some have picked up on it, and a few have. And you know what? Surprisingly, and I'm very proud of you guys, none of you have picked CGI or AI because it's not.
Good.
So we'll take that one right off the menu right now. Nope, Grant, not CGI. Well, let me. It's not computer generated. Let me just say that, or at least not the effect. Okay, y'all ready? It's 9:25. So here's something y'all didn't do, and I'm going to tell you you should have. So what does it say up in the upper right-hand corner?
Ding 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 ding.
It says Giraffe. Or Giraffe.
Giraffe Park.
Giraffe Park. Anyway, but if you look up what Giraffe makes, they make security cams. And their key products is a W150 window cam. It's suction cupped, mounted indoors to monitor outdoor areas. It's not in 4K quality, it's in 2K quality. With a 105-degree wide-angle lens, which is appropriate to what we're seeing. It does have night vision, Chromax color night vision for clear images in low light. So guess what? We are seeing some of that Chromax color night vision being in use here because it is 10 o'clock at night, according to the camera. The camera checks the server off the app, so we have no reason to doubt the time and date of this are accurate. So anyway, that is the real crux of the matter here. Let's get back to the picture. So what we have here is a camera sitting in front of a window.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Camera, window.
Right.
So what's going on? Well, you want Grant? You want some good news? The Yankees have won again. Anyway, so here you have the camera. Here you have this. that little teardrop that you're seeing in the lower left-hand corner is some sort of reflection that is coming off of the glass. Now, what we see here in the video, very clearly, let's go back to the beginning. We see this nice, crisp, clear video that they're shooting out the back. The night vision is in effect because it's almost 11 o'clock at night, so we know that bright sky is not daylight. It's shot in Chroma Trulux night vision, which will even enhance the type of shadowing we're seeing. And then what happens is, all of a sudden, a screen or some sort of projection is being placed. Because not only does the corner go wonky like that, Chris,
Yep.
but look to the left of the tree with the bright object down there in the dark area. Watch happens. Oh, look at that.
Right? Yeah. Right.
The whole color is changing a little bit.
Right. We go darker for some reason, like someone in the room is blocking the light source.
Right. So what you're seeing is something coming in and being projected onto the side of onto the window, which is showing in the camera, but is showing in front of our image. Because at no point do you see anything.
No.
You just see the image, and the image doesn't, at all times, is in the front. It's never behind anything. At all times.
And, best I can remember during the movie Predator.
Well, I can't necessarily say that, but the...
It would leave footprints.
Right.
It would push down that nice, beautifully mown golf course floor.
Oh, excuse me. And the reason why you see it looks like it's behind the foliage there. What you're seeing right here is not foliage. That's part of the lens flare. So that is, okay, say there's a light in the back that's reflecting. So this item is in front of the glass. Or I should say it's in between the glass and the light object that's in the background. That's why it has that kind of effect. See? So we know that this little object here, this is something reflecting out on the actual field. So I don't know what that necessarily is, but we do know that that's there the whole time. But we do see it in between that thing that's reflecting off the glass of the window.
Yeah, that light thing is probably a light fixture in the room. Reflecting off the glass.
Unless you had some sort of, you have any type of camera that's placed between a background.
That's why it's not leaving any tracks in the grass there, Steve, because Grant says maybe it can't touch the grass because of the portal. Yeah.
Right. So here's the kicker. This is the way they made special effects back in the 1970s when Star Wars did it, when Battlestar Galactica did it. When what they would do is they would have a camera shooting with a glass plate, the model in front of it and the glass plate, and they could project stuff on the glass plate to affect.
Right. Oh, Lori. Wow.
Thank you, Lori.
Lori, get us a $3 super sticker. Thanks so much, Lori. We appreciate it. We're not worthy. Thank you. Thank you.
And the reason why I called up this other picture from their front yard is if you look in the lower right-hand corner, you can clearly see some reflection coming from the camera off the glass.
Yes.
There. So what you have is basically these cameras which have a piece of glass in front of them and the camera lens. So you basically have this type of effect. Right. So you could project anything onto that glass that would also appear on the screen. So therefore, it would not even be a valid type of a piece of equipment to, say, validate anything scientific, because you have that possibility. You would have to be that naked lens out there facing. Now, if it was an outdoor camera, which was affixed outdoors, I would say that's fine. And you can almost see the rebuttal coming, saying, "Oh no, that was an outdoor camera." Really? How do you know? Show me a picture. Show me a picture of their camera setup.
Well, it really wouldn't matter because whether it was an outdoor camera or indoor camera, it's indoors because it's behind the glass window.
Right. Now, what that could have been was anything. It could have been him playing a video off a phone, kind of, going like this to the screen,
Right,
and backing it up a little bit, and having, a Bigfoot running around or whatever, or, it could have been the Independence Day video. It could have been a number of things. And you can't, and just think about that too. Well, the Independence Day video goes the other way, or, this video goes the other way. Well, it's going to be in reverse because it's being projected on the glass.
Yep.
So it's like looking in the mirror.
Yep.
Right. So the actual imagery that's out there that's real is the other way around.
Well, the pixelation effect too. I've noticed that on my Ring camera, when I had a weak Wi-Fi signal. But on this one, this was not showing a subject outside, a physical subject that was pixelated. That I think we're looking at the glass projection trick.
I agree, yeah. Grant. They have a wonderful lawn.
It certainly is.
Is that velvet?
Very nice. And I would say by the look of the wheel tracks, that is probably mowed with a push mower, which does do a very fine job. You can see how close the wheel tracks are in there. But, I couldn't see any Bigfoot tracks while it was walking. So, spoiler. Yeah.
Merchandising.
But, if it is cloaked, and the portal will not allow it to touch the ground, that could be something. Because let's just face it, Steve. I mean, the reality is if they can cloak, they can also levitate. All right. So.
But yeah. So that's what I think is going on here. Now, I feel kind of sad for Colorado Bigfoot for buying into this, but when you take your confirmation bias out and automatically think it's a Bigfoot, the first thing you should be doing is looking at this saying, well, is this a real video at all? Research the type of camera it is. And when you realize that this is a camera placed inside looking out, so that means it's looking through another piece of glass also. And what is a lens made of? Glass. So it's actually looking through two lenses. So when you can easily manipulate that second lens, that second piece of glass, you can easily do effects like this. Yeah. This is the way they did Star Wars.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really studied up on special effects that much, but I do know that the projection on glass is one of them.
You forget I was a Star Wars geek.
Yeah.
So, and the minute I saw, oh my God, that is like Star Wars.
Oh no, I'm not disputing you at all. Yeah. No.
Very low end Star Wars there.
As far as visual effects, I'm not up to snuff, but I do know about the glass projection thing, and that was that's been around for a long time. Magicians used to use that. That's a very cool technique. Oh, Mick says if a Sasquatch can cloak and levitate, they can also morph into beautiful women. So watch out when you hit the strip joints.
You'll be seeing.
Oh no.
That's right. Bigfoot Florida guy says once a Star Wars geek, he's a Star Wars geek.
Yeah.
Hence, I don't know if Chris recalls that one episode we did where I had the angry Bigfoot, and he had a computer monitor and he was going to smash it on the computer screen was the acolyte.
Oh, terrible.
That was terrible.
It was.
That stunk more than a Sasquatch.
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
So that's it. What do you want to talk about now?
I don't know. I want to brag on our audience a little bit because everybody was
Mick, thank you.
cutting straight to. Oh, Mick gifted
Thank you.
5 Squatch-D TV memberships. Thank you so much, Mick. We're not worthy, my friend. We're not worthy. Thank you so much.
We're not worthy.
Yeah, I'm not pleasantly surprised.
I knew somebody was going to start getting really close.
Right. My belief and my opinion of our wonderful audience is always, reinforced every show. They pop off like, oh well, that looks like a so and so to me. Oh, yep, that's it.
Now I'm going to tell you what. I came to that decision within 5 minutes. And the reason why it took me so quick to do that was because I actually looked up the name of the camera and what products they offer. I wanted to remember the quickest way to a solution is take every known piece of stuff you can find. Yeah. And okay, we have the date. So the date is obviously internet driven. It's a security camera footage. So your time and date's going to be on the money because it's all coordinated with the internet for their local time zone. Yeah. The only thing I didn't know was what the hell is Giraffe or Giraffe or whatever they call it.
Right.
And I looked it up and then of course the camera they use is the 2K, inside mount camera looking outside.
Right.
And the other problem you have is when the night vision goes through glass.
Yeah.
That also explains why when something is projected onto that screen, why you get that pixelation or that pixel loss.
Yeah, we noticed the lower right, we started getting the pixels dropping out.
Well, no, you know what? You know what it is? The pixels aren't dropping out. What it is the IR dropping out because it's a brighter object, so it's getting confused.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was a little bit of trial and error going on with it.
Changes in the lighting just before the subject was filmed. A lot of changes in the lighting, and what's really subtle about this one, and the reason why it's really good is it's hard to notice the background reflections in the lower left until you actually start really putting eyeballs on the frame. You're like, what is that? Oh, that's a reflection. That's something in the room.
And then the minute I saw what it was, and I saw that it was placed inside, and it shoots through a window, I said, now I know what that is in the lower left-hand corner. Right. Now I know that there is a way to reflect something onto that surface to come back at the camera without actually being in the yard.
Yes. Yes, so Walter, the lower right-hand screen was a disturbance in the force. And we've actually got that on camera now, so that proves the force is real too.
What are you doing?
But I'm still a Darth Vader fan. I supported Darth Vader through it all.
So you should have saw the look I just got from the office assistant. He's sitting there playing with his paws. I looked over. I go, "What are you doing?" He turns around. He side eyes me like, "What's it to you?"
Yeah. Unless you have a doggy treat or a chew
Shut
stick,
up. Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Piss off.
Oh man. Yes, it could have been the midi-chlorians. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Star Wars. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, not again.
Everybody loves Star Wars. I mean, they got a new one on the Disney Plus channel thing, streaming service. Andor. Have you been watching Andor?
Andor was phenomenal.
Yeah, they got season 2 is out now.
Did you watch the entire season?
No, I've watched.
Oh God! See, Chris, we started talking about it because we watched the first 3 episodes,
Right.
and I was kind of like, eh, and you were kind of like, no, it's interesting, it's pretty good. And I finished watching the whole series. I'm like, damn,
You
that
watched
was
the
good.
whole thing? You watched the
Yeah.
whole thing? Okay.
Yeah, damn, it was good.
Well,
Damn, it was good, and there's a lot of surprises. And I'm not going to ruin it.
season 1 was. It didn't really get good to me until the last show. Okay,
It was a build up.
Season
The whole
1,
thing
right,
was a build up, right?
right. And then season 2 started out pretty decent. So I watched a couple, 2 or 3, I can't remember. And I've been doing other things, watching other things.
Oh my God, it just gets to such a build up.
See, what I like to do is let them, instead of waiting a week until the next episode, I let them all post at the same time, and then I can go back and watch it all.
Right.
I love that. I'm a binger. Binge that stuff. Like right when they came out with a new season, or used to the new season of Game of Thrones, I was like, I've got to watch them all so I can get caught back up.
Well, it's kind of funny. When it comes to like Game of Thrones,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the 3rd or 4th to last of the episodes that was coming on.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, oh yeah, only 4 more episodes of Games of Thrones left.
Yeah.
So that whole week, I don't know what the hell it was. Maybe it was COVID. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was 2019.
I can't remember
when it was 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? And I caught up on the entire series
Mm-hmm.
in that whole week. All the previous seasons, yeah.
Wow.
And then the last 3 episodes, I'm like, okay, come on. And of course, the first of the episodes to come on after I'd caught up was the Night King episode, where it had the final battle with the Night King.
Right.
Which by far was one of the best television moments in history. The way that played out.
Yeah, I thought so. That's good.
It was the most phenomenal way. I mean, you felt like a marionette the way you were being manipulated in those scenes. It was just.
Yeah. And then finally in the final few moments, you realize why certain characters had been built up the way they were and why they had experienced those things. I loved it. It was great.
It was genius. It was writing genius.
Yep, they did a good job. Yep. But there for the longest time, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. During the years, because it was like every time it was like, oh, the dragons are coming. The dragons are coming. I was like, okay, dragons, whatever. And so I just kind of like tuned it out. And then I started watching again, like after the dragons were available and you could watch. I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. It got me back into the series. But the whole time, before the dragons showed up, they kept saying, oh, the dragons are coming, or oh, the White Walkers are coming. They're like, whatever. But when they finally arrived, oh yes, win-win.
Shame. Damn.
Oh, that was a great walk. Yes, I love that.
There's so many, and of course, who can remember the slogan, "The North remembers," or "Winter is coming." Yeah, right? You have all these great sayings that still live on to this day.
Oh yeah,
it's like, "May the force be with you." Yeah. Or I've got a really bad feeling about this. Or, oh, hello there. I mean, you have those 3,
Hello there. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello there.
Oh, I love that. Obi-Wan. Classic Star Wars moment. 2 words. 2 words. And it defines the complete character. It's just amazing. And then Ewan, Ewan McGregor, pops back and and he just brings Obi-Wan, the original, right back to life.
One simply does not walk into Mordor. That's another, yeah. The Lord of the Rings one.
Oh gosh, it's true.
Grant, I heard that too. They are making a sequel to The Last Starfighter. And that was a great, great film of my childhood.
Grant says, was there a difference between Game of Thrones and Deliverance?
A little bit.
Yes. The Game of Thrones showed more male genitalia. Yes. It did. It did.
I almost said something really bad, but I'm.
Well, I'm not going to go there. Hodor.
There's another one. All who wander are not lost.
Oh, yes.
Little piggy. Leave it to Lori to come up with the Deliverance one.
Oh, Lori, that's terrible.
Good. That was good.
Wee.
Well, Chris, I think we're going to get out of here a little bit early tonight.
Yeah, this one didn't take long. Our viewers pretty much picked through this one immediately. So wonderful. I knew they would. I knew you guys would. I knew you would. Yeah.
Why does Kermit the Frog's breath smell like bacon?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my God. Oh, the shite that comes out of my head sometimes. Kermit, have you been eating bacon?
Bigfoot Florida guy said they need to remake The Last Starfighter. 100% agree. Love that movie. It's a cult classic. And if you haven't seen The Last Starfighter, you haven't lived. It is an awesome cult classic movie. You know, when it first came out, it was just kind of like, people were lukewarm about it. But I'll tell you what, I loved it since the first time I saw it. I love that movie. Awesome movie.
So Robert Denduman asks, have I seen the advertisement for the new movie Dogman? Nope.
Dogman. Huh.
You know, which leads me to suspect, if there's all these dogmen, right, that are running around,
right?
How come none of the dogmen researchers go around with like Alpo or Milk-Bone biscuits in their gear?
Well, I don't know. If you're investigating dogman, aren't you really in truth investigating werewolves? I mean, wouldn't that be more accurate? You know, I would probably take some silver bullets with me, just in case, because we got to defend ourselves. And
yes, but if you go back to the original, I think if you go back to the original Wolfman movie with Lon Chaney Jr., the character that was the Wolfman turned into the Wolfman and was killed by his father, who did not shoot him with a silver bullet, but beat him with a cane with a silver tip.
Well, yeah, that would.
Just saying.
Rough way to go.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I think I'd choose the bullet. Beat to death with a cane. But yes, silver is definitely bad for werewolves, and it's also bad for vampires. So I think maybe silver is a good thing to have around, because you never know.
Well, garlic is a good thing to have around, especially if you're vampires.
Oh, yeah. We always keep garlic around this house. I love garlic.
Love Italian food, so, some garlic bread and garlic toast.
Oh, love it.
Garlic fries.
Everything. Everything's better with garlic in it.
Garlic pickles.
Well, I don't know about garlic pickles.
Oh, very good. Very good. Oh.
You put some garlic in your meatloaf there, and you're cooking with gas. That's some good stuff.
Have you ever had a garlic pickle, Chris?
No, that does not sound appealing to me at all.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? When I come down there, I'm going to bring a jar of our local, one of the local farms make the over-the-top garlic dill pickles.
Okay. Well, I don't like dill. No.
No. You I don't like dill either.
Have they got garlic sweet pickles?
No. But I bet you that you'll either like them or hate them. I love them because they're sour and they taste like garlic.
Yeah. Well, I love the homemade lime pickles, which are sweet pickles. And I can sit down and eat a jar of those by themselves.
Pass on the garlic ice cream.
Oh, no, Mick. Whew, that would be rough. Bristol says garlic dills are the bomb. Okay. Lori says American Werewolf in London, one of the greatest movies ever. Watched it in 1980 at Porterville Drive-In Theater, where there was also a dead body. Ugh. Great. Is that part of the show? I mean, has it come to the concession stand and see the dead body?
All right. Chris, take us out of here, brother. It's 9:53.
Okay, well, I'm still reading the chat. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, well, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, which I don't know, I think we got our regular members in here. But if you're new, if you're lurking in the background and you hadn't said hello in the chat, make sure you hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please smash the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't already. We appreciate you guys. And we know, and I do say it quite often because it's true, we know we've got the greatest audience we could ever hope to have. And this is only made possible because you are here supporting us. Thank you so much for your support. And again, we appreciate you guys. You guys listening in on the podcast, make sure you get over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/squatchdtv, and check out the videos. Thanks, guys. Oh, wait a minute, Steve, you're muted. There we go.
I talk about a sneeze coming on. Now I have this terrible burp ready to go. And that was because I had a delicious sub from Cardona's tonight. Oh, good. But I digress. We do have the greatest audience and we'll love everybody. Sorry about being out Wednesday, but, it just happened and it was just a pain trying to do any kind of maneuvering that night without being in pain. I couldn't even lay down, which really stunk, but because when you lay down, then all the fluids would start pooling up in your eye, and be like, I couldn't win for losing that night. But anyway, eye is all better. Wrong eye. Eye is all better. And we will be back here Sunday night. We have guests on Sunday night. We're going to have members of the New Jersey BFRO and Bigfoot research team up there. And we're going to be talking a whole range of topics on the Jersey Devil, Bigfoot, and everything else weird in New Jersey, except maybe the natives. I'm a native, so I can complain. But anyway, love you guys. We will see you all here on Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Squatch-D-TV, youtube.com/Squatch-D at Squatch-D-TV. See you all 9 p.m. Eastern, Sunday night.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member. And it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.